Hello, welcome to another episode of Shane Gets Fired Up and talks about vision and structure and systems on YouTube. It's not really the name of this video. What we're talking about today is creating creative bonus programs for your employees to increase retention. Let's get into it. And we're back. Okay, bonus programs for employees. Well, what can you do here? I don't know. Be creative. Let's figure it out together. Let's put our thinking cap on. Let's go. Okay, so let's just run through a few of the ones that we're either thinking about doing or we are actually doing or we're going to implement in the future. Now, first of all, let's go back to when a man doesn't know what to do, what does he do? He reaches outside of himself and he goes and talks to other people that know more about what he's doing than he knows himself. So these are not anything that I've totally created on my own. They're pieces and bits of what other people have told me what to do. So the first one that we thought about was called a CNC. Okay, this is for retention, right? We're talking about the hiring process. Always hiring, recruiting, retention was number one. 2 is bonus programs. 3, we're gonna talk about Facebook recruiting and the process of that. And then number 4, we're gonna talk about onboarding and the hiring, the actual interview process. So what we're talking about today is bonus programs. So let's just run through a few. So one that we developed is a CNC, what we call a CNC. Okay, that's a compliment, and we'll call it complaint. You could call it concern or callbacks. Okay, callbacks. Okay. However you want to do it. Okay. What we're doing is we're making a competition for our employees per truck. Okay, so we're only running 2 trucks right now. But whatever you're doing, you can set this up and only the winner gets this. Okay, this is still in development. We don't know if this is going to work out. I'm just sharing a general overview of it for you. So basically, compliments, it's a point system. Compliments that come in either through the office, through myself or through our operations manager, that crew gets 2 points for that compliment. Okay, a compliment can also be like a Google review or a Facebook review. Anything that is positive towards what that crew is doing in the field. Okay, and a complaint, because it's harder to get a compliment than a complaint. A complaint is -1 point. Okay, so a complaint can be any complaint from a customer, or if I go out and I'm checking our yards and I see something that we missed, that counts. If our operation manager is out and he's checking yards and he sees something that we missed or has to fix something, that's also a complaint. So at the end, you can do this by month, by quarter. I probably wouldn't stretch it out more than that, just because the guys want to see what they're doing. They want to get a short-term reward is better than a long-term reward for them. So we'll say 1 month. What's that worth? We run crews of two guys. We feel like for the most part that when you put more than 2 guys on a truck, you don't get as much value out of that 3rd guy or that 4th guy as you would if you just ran 2 guys on the truck. Plus, it even evens out like the cost of running the truck. If you have a truck, a trailer, or we run a box truck and a truck with a trailer, and you have 2 pieces of equipment on there and weeders and blowers, even all that cost for running that 1 truck with 2 guys still seems like it financially is better just to run 2 guys. So we're talking about 1 month of this, and let's say crew number 1 had 2 compliments and 1 complaint. So they had 4 minus 1, they had 3 points. This crew number 2 had 2 compliments and 2 complaints, so they had 4 minus 2, so they had 2 points. Crew number 1 wins the competition, and you just attach a value to it. If you have the money to say, just start somewhere if you want to do this. So if you have the money, just say, well, we're gonna do $300 a month, okay? And that $300 a month, 66% goes to the crew leader, and then the remaining 30 or 66, and it's 2/3. 2/3 goes to the crew leader, and 1/3 goes to the helper. Okay, so $200 would go to the crew leader, $100 would go to the helper. Hey, well, that's not fair, right? If you're a crew leader, you're responsible for more, you get paid more. Bam, be a crew leader, grow, get better, wanna get better, wanna run the truck, wanna make more money, okay? Your ability dictates, your ability and your thought process and what you know and how you can transfer that information dictates how much money you can make. So if you're a lawn care guy watching this and you're working for somebody else, understand that in order to gain value, in order to gain resources, you have to show more value, okay? Understand that. All right, so that's one idea. Now, we've had this in development for about a month and a half, and I don't know if it's gonna work, but we're not giving up on it yet. We'll go for another month and see if it works. Here's another one. This one we're just gonna call the, I don't know what to call this one because we haven't put this into action, so we'll just call it a bonus program. Here's a good one. KPI. Bonus program. This is one that we started talking about yesterday, my operations manager and myself. Well, first of all, what's KPI stand for? Key Performance Indicators, okay? So when guys hire on, we give them a job description. And in that job description, we have put everything that we can think of in that of what their job is supposed to be. We literally sat down and we said, what is every aspect of a crew leader's job? Write it down. What is every aspect of a team member or a helper's job? Write it down. Put it in the job description. Okay, so based on that job description, we have key performance indicators. What are they supposed to be doing? Okay, so based on that, we're supposed to be doing a good job, right? Do a good job. Quality. Talk a lot about quality. Efficiency. They're supposed to be efficient. And then we even break it down to, like, you're supposed to be able to edge properly. You're supposed to be able to trim the top of the grass properly. You're supposed to be able to mow properly in different patterns when the yard allows it, blah, blah, blah. So that's number one. Number two is complaints, callbacks. We don't want those. So basically with this program, what are we trying to encourage? We're trying to encourage our guys to do a good job. We're trying to encourage them to be efficient. We're trying to encourage them to have a positive attitude all the time. We're trying to encourage them to lead others and teach others. What are we discouraging? We're discouraging crappy work. We're discouraging taking too long to mow the yards. We know how long our yards take to mow. You know how long your yards take to mow. Our guys should be able to do them in that time frame, or you should be able to do them. Hey, if you're just a one-man show or two-man show and you want to grow but you're not really ready yet, go ahead and start developing these systems before you get to that point. I'm going to tell you, it's so much easier to do it on the front side than it is to try to fix this as your business is going. That's what we've had to do. All right, so how do we encourage the things that we want and discourage the things that we don't want? Well, we attach a value to it, okay? So what are we attaching to it? Let's just say if you've got the money, we're gonna attach it $300 a month to KPIs. Okay, same way it's structured on the other one if we do this. Okay, so 200 will go to the crew leader, 2/3, we'll just put crew leader, crew L, and 100 to the helper. But first, how is that dispersed? Or how do they get that? Well, I'll give you an example. If we have this system in place, yesterday, one of our guys hit a free online at one of the commercial properties that we maintain off an AC unit. Well, if he starts out at $300 a month as his KPI bonus, performance bonus or whatever, then if that AC repair costs $150, then bam, we're already down to $150. That comes out, okay? I know our guys tear stuff up. Okay, there's a couple reasons why that happened. Number one, we're not paying attention. I've done it, you've done it, we've all broke a window. If you say you haven't broke a window, it's like a motorcycle wreck. It's not, if I have a motorcycle wreck, it's when, okay? You're gonna break something at some point. So let's have some grace on our guys and let's go ahead and plan for it, okay? They're gonna break stuff. Now the better they get, the less it's gonna happen. But let's not just roast them in the daggum toaster when they break something. Listen, if you hire good people, they don't wanna break stuff, just like you don't want them to break stuff. They don't want to do it. They don't want to disappoint you. They don't want to disappoint the customer, okay? Hiring the right people first is important when it comes to that. Okay, so that, now he's got $150 left in his account for the month, okay? Now, what are callbacks? Okay, callbacks cost money. What I figured up the other day is the average yard from our office is about 10 minutes. You average that out, 10 minutes there, 10 minutes back. If guys get in for the day and they're done and we get a call before we're able to let them know to go back out, well, they get back to the office and we say, hey man, you got to call back, you need to run back out. And we'd eat that ditch that you missed. What's that cost the company? Well, it costs my time because I had to field that phone call, or our operations manager, or our secretary that doesn't exist yet. Hopefully, we're getting there. So it takes time, it takes money, the gas in the truck to go back out there, the time that you're paying the guys that messed the job up to go back out and finish it, and gas in the mowers and all that stuff. Okay, so we equated that to about somewhere between $45 and $55 that it costs the company. We'll assign a specific value, and let's say they have two more callbacks in the month, okay? So then if we're going on the 45 number, that'd be 90. Well, that sucks because now they only have $60 left in their bonus money, which will get split 40 and 20. Okay, that sucks. What does that promote? It promotes doing a better job. Pay attention to what you're doing, guys. I want you to do a better job. I want you to have this, because the only reason that I'm not giving it to you is because you guys cost the company money. When you don't cost the company money anymore, you start getting that full bonus, okay, every month. There's some things that are gonna be out of your control, so when you develop this program, you need to be super specific on how you're gonna delegate pricing to different callbacks, to things that are broken. Here's another thing. Do we give money for compliments? Okay, if you get a compliment that comes through the office operations manager or secretary, you know, do you add 20 bucks? Or if one of their customer gives a review, you add 30 bucks. Or if they pick up a new yard by talking to a neighbor, do you add 40 bucks? You know, these are all things that you can consider. All right, last one. And again, these are just ideas, okay? Take them and develop these things however the heck you want to. And if you don't think that you have money to do a program like this, I guarantee you can find it. It's important to your guys to let them know that they're valued in ways that are above and beyond what they're getting on their hourly check. Also, if you'll watch Mike Andes on YouTube, he talks a lot about pay for performance. And I really like the concept. I feel like our company does not have the structure to support that, the infrastructure to support that right now. But that's definitely a really cool idea. And I may be wrong thinking that we don't have the infrastructure. It just seems like it's too much to keep up with at this point. Okay, let's run a summer program. This one came from my buddy up in Little Rock. We're in East Texas. His company's name is Lawn Relief in Little Rock. If you're up there, look him up. Great dude, runs a great company. So this is his program. It's called Beat the Heat. This is an easy one. You could say 4, not 5. My brain told my hand to do something different. The 4 or 5 hottest mowing months. What are we doing with those? We're going to take the 4 or 5 hottest mowing months. So let's say May, June, July, August, September. So May, I'm going 5. May through September. Okay, this is a straight up competition based on attendance. if you have the highest attendance, if your crew has the highest attendance, what we're doing is we're setting out really cool prizes. So we could say, you know, we only have 2 crews right now, so I mean, we could essentially run first and second place. Everybody gets a trophy, but first place, like this would be, if your crew has the highest attendance, then first place would get, say, a trip to Dallas, hotel paid, Rangers tickets, and $200 cash for the crew, for the leader and the helper each. Okay, so they can take their significant other up there, go have a weekend. Now what you want to do right here is you want to offer them something that they would possibly want to do, but they wouldn't go out and buy themselves. You could go, you know, a weekend trip to Broken Bow with some spending money. Something that you know that all your guys or girls ladies would enjoy, but they may not go splurge on for themselves. Something that would be an awesome, super nice treat for them. And then second place, you could just go, you know, a 30-inch TV, or if they make 30-inch TV, just something that would be cool, but not to the level of this. Okay, we want them to want to win this, because when do we need our guys the most? When do we need our people the most? Is in the hot summer months when it's really hard to do your job. All right, appreciate you guys watching. That's just information that we've taken in over the past couple months and regurgitating it to you. I haven't asked you to subscribe yet. Can you subscribe, please? That really helps us out. Gets us out there. Like this video, share it. I would really appreciate it. The YouTube world, all the analytics and how everything weaves in and out. When you like something, it's just like sends it out. Pew, 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 like little tasers. So thank you for watching. Remember, love God, love others, and let your work reflect that. We'll catch you on the next one.